Happy Pride, let's talk about Bart and his friends set fire by messing with the dryer. And of course, no consequences for Bart. Yay, negligent parenting! Meaning Homer and Marge must dip into retirement. But they decide to sell a Confederate figurine heirloom to pay the gas bill. Now, if you're gonna sell family heirlooms to pay the gas bill, the racist one should probably be the first to go. Isn't America great? Please don't cancel me. So they go to a store called Cockamamie's. A real fun name if you ask me.
Wow, an actual robot from the movie Clank Clank, You're Dead. Ooh, think of how awful it would be for the poor side.
Oh, boo-hoo. That's what they get paid for.
It's honestly very weird to hear Lisa Simpson, the voice of reason, using a slur. And they meet John, who runs the store. Not only is he played by John Waters, he pretty much is John Waters if he didn't become a filmmaker. And it turns out it was a liquor bottle. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why the hell am I covering a random Simpsons episode in the middle of Pride Month? Be patient! I swear, TikTok is ruining our attention span. Wait, I'm part of the problem. Follow me.
It's camp! The tragically ludicrous? The ludicrously tragic?
Oh, yeah, like when a clown dies.
Well, sort of, but I mean more like inflatable furniture, or Last Supper TV trays, or even this bowling shirt. Can you believe somebody gave this to Goodwill?
That's honestly a pretty good explanation of camp. So they invite John over to see what other camp stuff they may have. Homer has a great time and even dances with John. But let's just say Homer's gaydar is just as good as Elon Musk's ability to run a company.
That John is the greatest guy in the world. We gotta have him and his wife over for drinks sometime.
I don't think he's married, Homer.
Oh, a swinging bachelor, eh? Well, there's lots of foxy ladies out there.
Homer, didn't John seem a little festive to you?
Couldn't agree more. Happy as a clam.
He prefers the company of men.
Who doesn't?
Homer, listen carefully. John is a
Right?
sexual.
Also, like Elon Musk, he panics at the mere presence of being around a queer person.
Think of the property values. Now we can never say only straight people have been in his house.
You serious, Homer? There's Patty, Smithers, Lisa, probably Bart and Ralph, and of course future Maggie has that David Bowie, Lady Gaga thing going on.
You know me, Marge. I like my beer cold, my TV loud, and my homosexuals flaming.
There's nothing wrong with being a flaming homosexual. I'm what you might call a flaming transgender, but you already knew that. One thing I really like about this episode is how everyone accepts John except for Homer. It's his problem, not John. And of course, you can't have a gay Simpsons episode without Smithers. Homer is worried about Bart being gay because he wants to eat pink sweets and wears Hawaiian shirts.
I mean, do you have to be so effeminate around a boy?
Funny how the turntables. And Bart dances around in a wig. Never too early to develop that charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Homer confronts John, and John still offers him candy. Honestly, John has more patience than I would.
Homer, what have you got against gays?
You know, it's not usual. If there was a law, it would be against it.
You know, it wasn't until 2003 when same-gender sexual relationships even became legal in the US.
They turned the Navy into a floating joke.
Oh, please. The US Navy's been a joke ever since they let the Village People make their music video on a real ship, despite queer people not being openly allowed to serve.
They ruined all our best names like Bruce and Lance and Julian. Those were the toughest names we had. Now they're just... you.
Queer?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I resent you people using that word. That's our word for making fun of you. We need it.
This brings up an interesting point about the word queer. Queer is an interesting word in the sense that it has, and in many ways continues to be, a slur, but also reclaimed by the community. A good rule of thumb is that if it's not being used to insult and is used as a pseudonym for LGBTQ+, then it's okay. But outside that, generally not okay. Although it could have been a whole lot worse.
Don't worry, boy. We're gonna set you straight. By tomorrow morning, you'll be a regular Burt Reynolds.
What are you talking about, Homer? Where are we going?
Just a couple of good old-fashioned manly places. Father and son. You're leaving the arm there too long. You want to make it worse? No, he'll know you're on to him. Quick, shake his hand. Just remember, son, whatever happens, I'll always love you. As a father, regular father.
Homophobia is weird. So Homer tries to make Bart straight by putting him in front of a billboard for cigarettes. But all it does is make Bart want cigarettes. Then he takes him to a steel mill, which turns out to be gay.
We work hard. We play hard.
Yes, I'm queer. How did you know?
I always thought Bart would grow up to be just like us.
Wait, is that where homophobia comes from? They also think Bart shooting a deer will make him straight, as if gay hunting troops aren't a thing. They also equate being straight with being a man, which is great.
Something about a bunch of guys alone together in the woods. Seems kinda gay.
He's not wrong. However, Bart fell asleep before they could go hunting.
Lisa, let's take her out hunting tomorrow. Make her into a man.
We've seen that happen and it was interesting. So they decide to shoot reindeer instead. Merry Christmas? Also, John saves the day with his robot Santa. Overall, good message.
Any way you choose to live your life is okay with me.
God damn it. Thank you to my patrons for helping make this video possible. If you would like to see an extended version of this video, please sign up for Patreon. But if you can't do that, at least subscribe and watch my Bob's Burgers video. Thank you.